Hey, and we're live. Welcome everybody here to Pop Culture Philosophers. It's a movie night. That's right. It's a movie review live stream. We've been doing them live stream because, it's crazy out there. We're practicing our social distancing, staying home and all that jazz. So tonight we have an awesome panel, and we're going to be talking about Superman Red Son, the recently released DC animated film based on the Mark Millar, Dave Johnson book from early 2000s, something like that, right? So we're going to be talking about Superman Red Son today, full spoils and all that stuff. With me, I got Jelani.
What's up?
We got Brooks down there. Mm-hmm. And we got Jonathan Strickland. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Thank you for being here, Strickland. Strickland's been on some of our movie reviews before, back in the early days.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We weren't as refined or as polished.
Might have been,
stand up like a bunch of barbarians.
Yeah, we just moved the camera around and we had to.
Yeah. The Dark Ages.
I really like going back and looking at the PCP Dark Ages and having fun with it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Superman Red Son. We just recently all watched this. I watched it last night. I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty decent. It was a decent enough adaptation of the book. I'll be honest, I was never really that sold on the book. Like, I think the book is good. It's a glorified what if. What if Superman was raised in communist Russia, the Soviet Union, right?
Right.
It's a cool idea. And Mark Millar kind of explores it decently. And the story in the movie and kind of did the story. It just felt like it wasn't Superman's story. It just kind of felt a little thin. It just felt like a sequence of events happening.
That are happening.
And I felt like that was what I thought about the comic book. The comic book had amazing artwork by Dave Johnson. And it was a good, solid what if Elseworld story from Mark Millar. But the movie, I don't know, it didn't quite capture anything. And here's something else is I've kind of grown. I think the DC animated films have grown a little bit stale. They don't feel like they have as much punch or as much impact as they used to when they first came out. They always felt innovative and fresh and fast and dynamic. And this felt a little slow and muddy and bogged down. And I think that it had a very weird voice cast that didn't quite work for me. Some moments work. I think the Batman scene with Wonder Woman and Superman in the middle of the film is the best scene, and it was very powerful. Aside from that, though, I thought it was just kind of okay. But that's what I thought about it in a nutshell. What about you, Jelani?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. To be honest, I watched it like a few weeks ago, and I remember bits and pieces of it being, just kind of haphazard, just there. There are parts which I like. I like that Superman, finally does what he needs to do and takes over where he needs to take over, but it still doesn't feel like that story. Like, I remember reading that story years ago.
Yeah, it came out 3 issues, prestige format.
Yeah, and it was very nice, very nice. Yeah, it captures the scene by scene of it, but it doesn't capture that story well for me. And I agree, like 100%. Like, it's not forgettable, but I watched it and it was decent. So that's my take on it.
Gotcha. What about you, Brooksy?
I liked it a lot, but I haven't read the book. I'd heard about it, but I've never actually read it. But I thought I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very interesting idea. Like seeing Superman, like, even though, he's had different circumstances, he's still Superman, like at his core. Like, I like that a lot. Like that idea that, even though he's grown up in a place that has like a whole different set of values, that basically he'd still be Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that aspect of it too. As soon as he finds out what Stalin's doing, and the way he kind of steps
immediately
up,
turns in.
He still is Superman. But one of the things that I don't know if the book, and I got to go back and revisit the book because it's been a long time since I've read it, probably since it first came out, Jelani. Mm-hmm. And I felt like the story just didn't really, because he kind of, like in a Godfather type way, like Michael Corleone or something, he kind of gets sucked into the more heinous aspects of how to keep this communist order, right? Mm-hmm. He starts like they briefly mention the brain modification device. Yeah. They don't really get into that. I think it's something they kind of sacrificed, but they still had the Bizarro fight. They had the Batman fight, and they had the big Green Lantern thing and finale and Luthor and all that stuff. and the artwork was neat and everything like that. What do you think about the movie Strickland?
Yeah, I was trying to, when you texted me about watching it, I was trying to remember the last animated one I watched. It had to have been the one with when they introduced like Damien. Which one was that?
Oh,
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah,
Son of Batman.
Son of Batman.
That was okay. Like I felt the same. Like I really did not like this movie at all. I'll just be straight up honest. I didn't think it was good. I thought the dialogue was like weird. And I don't know if it's just because like I'm older now and I'm just like, I don't want to hear like a cartoon Lois Lane talking about how she's having sex with Lex Luthor. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
How else is the book be PG-13, Strickland?
I know, but it just felt weird. I don't know what it is. Yeah. But
all of them feel like they have a moment that's forced to like fit the rating. You know, like Killing Joke with the R rating, you know, and it's just like it wasn't necessary. So why even? I don't know.
Yeah. Even the later stuff, the later DC animated stuff it's fallen off. Like that Harley Quinn.
People really like that show on.
The TV show is good. I like the show, but I don't. The movie that they had, the Batman and Harley Quinn one, it's terrible. It turned me off of DC animated for a while there.
That one. There's a lot I haven't missed. There's a lot that I haven't watched.
Yeah.
So Strickland, you basically just didn't like it.
The last one I would have watched would have been The Killing Joke, and I really didn't like Killing Joke because
they messed up the first.
They did a whole thing with Barbara and Bruce, and she was like 17. It was like super weird.
It's super weird. Super weird. And then the rest of it's kind of a faithful adaptation.
Yeah, it's a faithful adaptation. You just watch the second half of the movie and you'd be fine. They did the whole first half of the movie. You're like, why is this here?
When they
Killing Joke.
I think when they started,
like Red Dawn. Like I did like the comic book. I just like the movie was all right.
It started when they started deciding that they were going to do the whole connected DC animated movie universe. I feel is when the quality started going down. I really liked Flashpoint. I thought Flashpoint was good, and then Justice League War was weak.
War was terrible.
Throne of Atlantis was badass, though. I'll tell you that. And
then you and Aquaman.
I watched Son of Batman, and from there I've just kind of fallen off of it. And I watched some here and there. I liked it back in the day when they were. No, but I liked it when they focus on like significant storylines and graphic novels, and so that's why I like things like Red Sun. And I haven't watched Gotham by Gaslight yet. I still want to watch that because I love that book.
They've not done Darkest Night?
Blackest Night?
Yeah. No, they did a Darkest Night one, didn't they?
They didn't do a Blackest Night one.
Darkest
Night.
Wait, they did a
Dark Knight Returns. Sorry, Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, I was gonna say, they did
Dark Knight Returns. Blackest Night is something completely different.
Yeah, I know.
Blackest Night is like the Lanterns.
Is there a Blackest Night one coming? Because I didn't know about that, but that sounds awesome.
I would watch the crap out of that.
I think that's just perfect.
Yeah, I would watch the crap out of that.
Well, they are ending the DC animated cinematic or whatever universe. They're ending the shared universe.
Goodness.
That's over. Like
that's the one they ended on. One that's basically kind of a soft reboot anyway. Blackest Night.
Which one?
Oh no, Blackest Night kind of a soft reboot.
No, it just brought some people back from the dead, but they're going to end it on that Apocalypse War one or whatever that they got coming out or something. I'm sure one day I'll go through and we'll. I know one day we'll go through and watch them all, but some of my favorite ones are the earlier ones, like New Frontier, All-Star Superman,
All-Star Superman, real stuff, man.
Under the Red Hood, which was a comic book I hated, but really liked.
That's the best day of my life.
So they got. I think this one has a very weird voice cast. It's like that's Jason Isaacs as Superman.
As Superman.
What?
Did not make sense.
Malfoy's father.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even pick out that it was him. It sounded like it was just somebody's generic Russian.
Some Russian guy.
What do you think about Superman in the movie? Like the voice and just how he acted, Brooks?
It didn't bother me any. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't have a problem with any of the voices in particular.
Okay. There was Amy Acker was Lois. I remember that. She was Fred on Angel.
Oh,
that was Lois. And the weirdest one is what's this cat's name? Do you remember? It's he's the neighbor in Office Space. He was on the Drew Carey show. He was in the Beverly Hillbillies movie.
Oh yeah.
Starts with a D.
He was on Drew Carey show. Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I can
literally.
The guy who played Jethro?
That guy. Dietrich Bader.
Yes.
Bader.
He was Lex
Dietrich
Luthor.
Bader. Yeah.
He's Lex Luthor in this, and I could hear his voice, and I was just like, that does not sound like Lex Luthor to me.
Well, he's done Lex Luthor before. He's done a lot of DC voices before.
What did he do? When did he do Lex Luthor?
I'm trying. He's done Lex Luthor before, I thought. Well, I'll look now because he's done voice actor work. Hold on.
That doesn't surprise me. I thought the animation, I mean, all the characters were cool. Batman was probably the best character and the most intriguing part. But the whole thing is weird because it first of all, it paints what Superman's doing in the beginning in a very positive light, and then he starts kind of getting into more tyrannical methods of maintaining this order.
And once he starts using Brainiac's mind control things, is when you kind of start to lose him a little bit.
Yeah, I like Brainiac's usage in this story a lot.
Yeah. Who is Brainiac?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have the internet in front of me, so if you do, go for
it. Let's see. Superman Unbound. Dietrich Bader did the voice of Steve Lombard.
That's the
Batman
sports reporter.
Yeah, he was JLA Adventures, Trapped in Time. He was Bruce Wayne. He was Guy Gardner, Green Lantern in Lego DC Comics Superheroes. He's done a lot of DC work.
Nice. Well, I mean, that's all kind of silly.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor, I think, is a miscast for him. I don't know. What do you think about Luthor in the movie Strickland?
I think I'm trying this thing where I don't like when I watch something and it's bad to me, like I'm trying to find the positives out of it.
Yeah.
I just didn't think I didn't think it was like I agree with you.
What's one thing that you liked about the movie?
I liked Wonder Woman, honestly.
Okay. Wonder Woman
was her dialogue with, was his name Clark or is it different? Was his name Clark?
Something else. It's something Russian.
It's something Russian.
I like her dialogue with like Superman and how like she like is like, this is the last time you're gonna see me and all that kind of stuff because you're fighting for the wrong things. I like that.
I like the scene where he's like she's stopping him and like he's like, okay, fine, and he goes to punch her and she just stops him with one hand.
Yeah.
I was like,
we ain't friends no more.
It's about time somebody got Wonder Woman right.
Yep.
and a very Frank Miller-esque Batman through a Russian lens. He's basically a terrorist, but I love him in this movie. This is my favorite part from.
Oh, he's frozen.
Did he freeze?
Yep. Like you did last week. I told you, you freeze. Oh, well.
Oh, well, we'll go on without him.
Yep.
I honestly really like the scene where Superman punches the Green Lantern in the face.
Yeah.
Like, he punched Guy Gardner out, too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. There are parts that are good. I like certain things in this movie. I mean, Wonder Woman was great. Like I said, I liked it when she actually stood up to Superman, like you said.
Yeah.
I like, the fact she's like blindly following him.
Yeah.
Like that's all she does, and that's all she knows is this is the right way, and he is the right person to go through. So, and now we've completely lost Robbie. So I guess he lost his feed or something. But yeah,
we probably did.
Yeah. Hey guys, everybody that's here,
rest
welcome.
in peace, Robbie.
Yeah. Oh well, but yeah, we can still go on. It's cool. Yeah. Right now, let's see. There's Dunes Comics. I want to read the 2 comments we have right now. It says he's a big fan of the channel. Been watching you for about a year. Thanks for all the great entertainment. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dunes Comics. And Perry's Comics says good evening or evening.
Good evening.
Yes. So guys, if you have any questions about Red Sun, or if you want to talk about something else or anything else at all, just hit us up. Let us know. We're still here. Robbie just stepped off. I don't know what happened, but we're still gonna ride on strong. Brooks, what did you think about the Green Lanterns?
I like them. I like the idea that Luthor finds the alien and he basically replicates the power and gives it to Hal Jordan and a bunch of like American fighter pilots.
Yeah.
That seems like a very Luthor thing. Like, well, why don't we just use this power to try and kill Superman?
Right.
Yeah.
I love
like
how
they all this thing is like new scheme to kill Superman. let's try Superman clone, and try these lantern ring things, and then I'll make this power suit.
I have no plan B or C.
No.
Let's just go with this thing and do this. I would have just thrown everybody at him. I'd have thrown everything at him, like clones, lantern, found kryptonite, something. Go ahead, Strickland.
I love when he's first fighting Bizarro and he's like getting the knocked out of him. He's just like, America, I got to keep going.
Yeah.
Bizarro is like the typical dickhead American worldview of, like, you know, communist Russia.
Dude,
like a total prick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he's completely right and Superman is completely wrong.
Exactly. He has that arrogance about him that just will not quit. And apparently it doesn't. But Luthor's arrogance is worse because he's just like, turn up the power. Turn it up. Like, I've gotta kill Superman. I'm like,
I like that Lois like calls him out on it, and he's like, "What? You know, he's just some thing I made." Like, it's a very callous kind of Luthor attitude to take about it.
Oh, like, that's still a guy, right? He volunteered for this. You never know. But yeah, all the plans fail. I love Superman is basically. I like how it plays out that Superman is still Superman as a communist leader. Turns into the same way that everything else works out. But Robbie has returned. Yay! Oh man!
Thank God that the stream kept going. I was like,
was a toad.
I didn't even know what I was saying, but I was getting real passionate, and then I just heard a boom, and the power went out for like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, power outage.
For like 5 seconds. So,
yep.
But I'm back.
Now we're getting the rolling blackouts.
What were y'all talking about?
We were talking about what we liked about it. Yeah, man. Chilling.
You know one thing I really did like about this movie? The music.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I was going to say that. From the beginning, I was like, this music belongs in like a actual movie, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they killed it.
Yeah, it was good music.
Yeah, the music was great. It sounded like, you know, Cold War era Russian and like, dun, 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 but it was, and it had very nice nuanced moments where it really kind of helped the certain elements of the story. I just felt that there's not much of a cohesion in this story about Clark or Superman's journey, about what he learns, how he gets corrupted by the system, how it turns on him. The final bit when he teams up with Luthor is nice too. And I like the thematic relevance there of we got to work together for the outside threat, right? Now, it's basically what Ozymandias did in Watchmen.
Yeah.
He made a brainiac up here in New York so that the Russians and the Americans would get along, right? But I like historically what it says. I like how it says how Superman would respond in those certain things. All in all, what do you think about the thematic relevant material in the story, Brooks?
Well, like a lot of it seems to be about, you know, Superman and like the Superman we know, the American Superman, isn't an authority figure. He's just a guy who goes around and helps people because he believes it's the right thing to do. But Soviet Superman, he feels like he has to kill Stalin, and so now he has to fill that void. He has to be the authority. And, you know, while he's doing the right thing and he thinks he's doing the right thing, he kind of starts to kind of slip into that whole, you know, kind of being like Stalin, but in a different way, you know. Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, how Stalin told him, like, you know, this is the reality of being an authority. And, you know, and by the end, I think he learns that, like, I thought that I was different, but it turns out I really wasn't so different from Stalin after all.
You know, it starts out, and much like the initial ideas of communism, you're like, oh yeah, like support the workers, and you know, and rise against the people that, you know, and there are things about capitalism that are obviously that lead to corruption. You know, we see that all the time.
Doesn't Stalin mean steel man in Russian or something like that?
I don't know, but that sounds like that would make sense.
I think I heard that somewhere. Because, you know, he had to have a very macho...
I have no idea.
He's a steel man.
Authoritarian leaders like to have those macho, you know, tough guy names.
Well, he had that macho mustache.
Yeah. That's Stalin.
Yeah, that's Stalin.
Say what you will, he was a sexy beast.
Yeah, I also like the idea that somehow because Superman is there and kills Stalin and takes over the Soviet Union, somehow JFK survives.
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe that was
Because of Luthor.
Yeah, you had all the Luthor. And Luthor, what a better representation. If Superman's going to be communism, Soviet communism, what a better figure to represent American capitalism than Lex Luthor, right?
Right.
And if he's Lex Luthor in a, he's still Lex in the story, but he gets painted in a more heroic role, especially because he kind of wins out. And I also like how they referenced him becoming president, because y'all know President Lex, that's one of my favorite eras of Superman.
Yeah.
So I really like that bit too.
Yeah.
What do you think about that dichotomy there, Jelani, of the Luthor and Superman and how they represent the capitalism and the Soviets, the communism? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great dichotomy. Plus, it's basically Superman and Lex Luthor are always going to be at odds. And what better way to place them at odds than put them on both sides of the Cold War and have them show that they're both leaders, they're both strategists trying to push their agendas, and their agendas are the right ones to go with, on both sides. And you feel it, like it does, like, give you that sense of dread, knowing that people probably in both of the countries are scared to death. First of all, that there's a Superman that could have come over and killed everyone.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, there's like Superman's belief that Lex Luthor is there to destroy communism and to take over. So it's both, they're both, two sides of almost the same coin. The way they act towards each other, because each one thinks they're doing the right thing. Yeah. So that's how I see it. It's
Absolutely.
Man, it's a crazy story. I mean, I like it the way Mark Miller portrays it, and I remember reading that story. I do like that story a lot. And I think, this was a decent representation of it. It's not terrible, but
it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad.
I mean,
Strickland might say that. So Strickland, what do you think about the way it uses the rivalry between Superman and Luthor?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting take, like, in general, right? Like, it's interesting that, like, it's kind of like sobering reality of, like, Superman, right? He's doing, like, this good cause all this time, and then he realizes, like, I've been, lied to all this time. And, like, how many, you just think about, like, in leadership and politics, like, you think you're fighting for the right cause, and then, like, some big reveal happens, and it's like, okay, wow, we were, like, had all these slaves, and, like, it's just like craziness. Yeah. So it's like, that's what I was picturing when I was watching. I was like, yeah, this is kind of like too close to home right now.
Yeah. I think there's a good strong message that Miller's portraying in this story, where the basic point is that as long as humans are doing it, there's no way to reach that perfect utopia, it would seem, because that has to be somebody's vision, and it's not a collective vision, Right. So when humans are involved, there's always going to be corruption. There's always going to be abuse of power. There's always going to be people kind of downtrodden. And, and it sucks, especially as compassionate people. And that's what Superman represents. He wants to do something, but he finds he really can't do anything without actually forcing people to go against their will, because not everybody's going to be on board with what you want.
Exactly.
That leads to some of the divisiveness, I think, in society. So I don't know if only somehow, I mean, it just seems like in all the fiction that I learn, we've been studying a lot. This keeps popping up in my head. We got this coronavirus stuff going on. I just recently did an intense reread and revisit and analysis of The Watchmen. I've been diving more into conspiracy theories than I probably should at times. And I've been studying actual false flag events and things like that. And it makes me feel, and obviously I'm a Star Trek nerd, it really makes me feel like the only thing that would really unite us would be some outside threat from outside of the planet Earth.
We need aliens.
Well, maybe that's the reason the whole coronavirus thing is to keep us inside, so the aliens can go about doing whatever they want.
Maybe. It seems like they've been able to. Some people would say they've already been doing whatever they want.
Yep.
All right. We do your digs here when we rate a movie. So we're about to rate Superman Red Son. Then we are going to continue on with a typical group chat type live stream. And we will then invite everybody out there who's watching all 7 of y'all to join into the chat, and we're going to do some show and tell. We're all toy people, and we like to show that off. So out of 5 possible you digs, Jelani, what do you give Superman Red Sun?
Okay. This one is, I'll give this one a 3. This is 3 you digs. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna watch it again, but it was a decent story. It was a decent representation of that story. I think it was kind of disjointed in some parts, but you know, it was just something and like I said before, I watched it and I kind of forgot about it. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Gotcha. 3 still respectable, not bad, but not great. Kind of right in between. Speaking of right in between, Brooks, what do you give it out of 5 possible you digs?
I'd give it a 4. I thought it was 4. Yeah, I like this movie a lot. And you know, I haven't been tainted by having read the source material beforehand. Like for all I know, you know, I may like this. I may like the book better, but just having seen it, like for what it is, I like the story a lot. And I think that, you know, I've always liked the DC animated takes on things, especially when they, you know, keep it as true to the source material as they can. Like not all of them work really well. Like Hush wasn't too great. But
Never saw that. Never saw it.
Yeah, this one was a lot better than Hush was.
Okay.
Robbie really likes Hush.
Yeah, it's his favorite thing.
Well, I haven't watched the animated movie.
Talking about the book.
Yeah, the book
I have thoughts on Hush. So 3 and 4. So Strickland, what do you give it?
I give it 2. 2 you digs.
2 you dig. Why 2?
I like Wonder Woman. I'm a sucker for Wonder Woman.
So 1 you dig for Wonder Woman, 1 you dig for the music.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. That's a wide range. 4, 3, and 2. I'm gonna agree with Jelani and go 3. 3 you digs for me. I think it's okay. I'm not pissed that I watched it. I thought it was better than some of the other ones that I really thought stunk. So I thought it was decent. It was okay. I think it's difficult because the issues came out, but there were 3 issues, and there are 3 separate stories there.
Yeah.
That loosely tie in because they keep jumping time, and it just seems like they were kind of struggling in the movie to make it all kind of flow together and give you one cohesive story about the journey of Superman and just the themes of the story. So I'm going to give it 3 because I did like it, and I wouldn't be against watching it again, but I would not buy this one. I would always stream this one. That's me, but I'm giving it a 3. So 3, 4, and 2. I think that's an average of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you and Jelani are right.
That's right.
However, Reggie just showed up. What's up, Reggie? And Reggie gives it a 4. Reggie agrees with
wow. Reggie thinks it's a 4. Okay.
So
unfortunately, Reggie, your number doesn't get to be counted into the actual official PCP rating, which is now a 3.
That's right. And we don't do math here anyway.
Yeah. I'm sure it's like something way different, but 3 sounds good. I mean, the 2 3s and a 4 and a 2, like we just split the difference. It's, you know, there you go. So
you're quarantined at home, watch Red Sun. You got nothing else to do.
Yeah, sure.
That's true. Don't watch that Harley Quinn movie. God, that was terrible. God. Oh.
And now we're moving beyond just a fun, free, loose chat. So anybody out there, feel free to jump in, join the conversation. We had Dunes Comics here earlier. He said, big fan of the channel. I've been watching you for about a year. Thanks for all the great entertainment. PCP Habit. Well, thank you. Perry was in here waving. What's up, Perry? Probably long gone by now. Hey, David Hatch is in here, everybody.
What's up, David?
Hey, what's up, David?
How you doing, David?
Yeah, man.
Hope y'all are doing safe. So everybody here, safe, secure sound. No toilet water lurking in your carpets or nothing?
Not at all.
Nope.
Not a bit. So excited. Yeah, I got it. I got it all Lysoled and dried out and carpet cleaned and all that fun stuff.
Good. So you guys try to get me to rant about Hush. So let me do that real quick.
We didn't bait about Hush.
Batman Hush. The thing that bothers me about Batman Hush is that it gets listed by so many people as one of the best and most important and most accessible Batman stories out there. I think it's an easily predictable flashbang okay Batman story. I just think it's okay. As far as Jeff Loeb goes, it is not Long Halloween or Dark Victory. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Jim Lee's artwork is pretty decent for Jim Lee at that time. You know, I think it's fine. But oh, that story bothers me. It's so obvious that Hush is Thomas. It is so obvious.
I remember I predicted that back in the day because that was like the first Batman story I ever read. Like, and like I remember you talking like, could it be the Riddler? I was like, you're like, I think it's the Riddler. I'm like, I think it's Thomas Elliott. You're like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I said the Riddler's behind it. Remember, I said the Riddler's behind it.
Yeah.
Because Jeff Loeb writes a certain way, and you can pick this out. We've all read Long Halloween and Dark Victory here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the villains, those are both whodunits, which is exactly what Hush is.
Hush is
but
a whodunit.
they try to make the whodunit is who is Hush, but that was not supposed to be the focus. The focus is on who's actually doing all of this, right?
Yeah.
And what Jeff Loeb does in all of these stories that he writes is he takes who the actual villain is, he takes them off the board early or midway through the story, so you don't even think that it's them. Because, like, for instance, in Long Halloween, the killer had his death faked, like in the middle of the story, and then in Dark Victory, the killer was like in a wheelchair the whole time or something. So when they came in, there was a whole issue, and it was Batman and Nightwing, and they took out the Riddler, and they were giving all these villains such elaborate treatment issue to issue, right? And then the Riddler one, they're all just talking about how silly the Riddler is and how he's off his game and he's a joke now. And you're like, well, that's just setting up right there. It's very obvious to me. But I think Batman Hush is okay, but it's not year one, Long Halloween, Dark Victory. I mean, there's so many more. No Man's Land, It's not even Nightfall. Come on.
Yeah, it's not even Nightfall. But
like, what do you? I mean, I know
that art was fire. That art was fire. Them covers was fire, son. Sorry, I loved it. It was Batman's Rose Gallery just coming at him.
Yeah.
It was clean, man. That art, man. I'm sorry, I own every copy of Hush. I didn't even read that story. I don't even know what happened in that story.
I sold mine.
And I was like,
Robbie, give it a second chance like Spawn.
Yep.
I mean, probably will. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, and I enjoyed it as it was coming out. And my favorite part about Hush was that it made Batman a #1 selling title again, which was really cool. And then they try to follow it up with Superman 4 tomorrow, and that just kind of tankered out. That wasn't very good. Brooks, you like Hush, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've read it, but I remember liking it back in the day.
Tyler says still has a special place in his heart for Hush.
Yeah. I like Hush too. It's not the best Batman story, but
I like
it for what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And Thomas Elliott, you could kind of guess. Because, like, you're going to bring up this guy you've never really heard of that I haven't heard of. And then you're like, oh, okay. This is the guy that's orchestrated the whole thing. Okay, yeah, that's him. Yeah, it has to be. Oh, it's a childhood Bruce Wayne friend. I was like, man. Come on, man.
I always hate it too. Every writer, every other writer feels like they have to come in and shed some kind of unknown secret from Bruce Wayne's past, like a secret friend. I'm like, well, how many damn friends did he have, y'all? If he had, if he was rich, son. If he even had one friend, one real friend, right? I don't think he would have become Batman quite.
No, it was Katie Holmes.
Yeah. That's right. Katie Holmes helped him out. Rachel Dowse.
Where's the detonator? Yeah.
Man.
No, I agree with you, Bills. I mean, like it's okay. It's like a good enough story. It's not the best Batman story, and I wouldn't even say it's in my top 10. Like, there's so many iconic Batman stories. You know?
Yeah.
There was a title going on at the same time. Batman's had many titles over the years, and there was one called Gotham Knights. And then they did this story called Heart of Hush, I think. Maybe it was something called different, but it was like basically his second appearance or something. And that was a better story, I thought, and made me actually start liking the character of Hush. By the way, also terrible costume. And the other dumb thing about Hush, here's the biggest reason why I hate Hush. No, one little one is they cure Two-Face all of a sudden. They just
got his face back.
They fix his face. They fix his face. They fix that face. Come on. Anyway, that led to a great moment in the face-to-face story that James Robinson had, where he still has Harvey Dent inside of him, and he re-scars his face. He like pours acid on it himself, and that's a great scene. So at least it led to that. But the biggest, most shit thing about Batman Hush, the comic book, is that it set the seeds for Jason fucking Todd to come back. You can't forgive it for that.
But he kind of did.
Robbie, you can't say that. You're going to lose some subscribers.
Everybody knows I hate Jason Todd. Everybody knows that.
Jason Todd is a fan favorite.
Yeah, man. He's like the Red Hood now.
If I was in charge of DC, first thing I would do would be kill Jimmy Olsen. Then I would build up a giant bat story, and I would have it where everybody got to vote for which Robin would die.
Oh, that's
right?
Fun.
Throwback.
It backfired on you.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care about the results. I'd be like, joke's on you.
Killing Jason.
I would have the Joker be the person who was in charge of the poll. See, nothing. I'm just saying. I don't care.
I'm sorry, this is great.
I hate Jason Todd so much. Worthless.
Why he stole the hubcaps off the Batmobile, man?
That's the dumbest introduction to Robin. Man. Tim's the best. Yeah. Tim's the best, hands down.
Tim found out he was Batman.
And first to wear pants. Jason Todd didn't wear pants.
That's true.
He still wore them pixie boots too.
I still love Damian. Damian's still my favorite because he's the first son, and he's badass.
The problem with Damian is that Damian gets very one-dimensional in most writers' hands.
Yeah, they don't
do
much.
He has to go back to Morrison's hands.
Yeah,
man, come on, man, that ain't gonna happen.
He might have to.
Morrison's done with that.
They ain't doing Batman and Robin no more. They ain't making no Dick Grayson.
He's doing Green Lantern. He's doing Green Lantern. Maybe Damian will show up there, right? That would make no sense, though.
That would really
now, Morrison says he killed Damian. The end of the story was, Damian dies. That was the end of my story. He originally wanted Damian was going to die in that first story that he showed up in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, I'm glad that Grant Morrison didn't touch it then.
No kidding, because the best part of Grant Morrison's Batman run, and I love the entirety of it, but the best part is when Dick and Damian were Batman and Robin in that Frank Hartley book.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
So good.
That was clean, son.
Who's your favorite Robin, Brooks?
Damian.
It's Damian. Yeah. It's Damian.
I got to go with Dick Grayson's.
Dick's all right. Dick would be my number 2.
You love Dick so much. Why don't you marry him?
Yo, well,
that cracked me up so much. That's gonna be your pull quote.
Oh wow,
that was good.
Wow,
see, I like Tim. So everybody here is representing most of the Robins, most of the main ones, except for who? Yep. There you go.
Hey, there are people out there.
Tony's favorite. Jason.
It is Tony's favorite. It's a lot of people's favorites. David says he voted 5 times to kill Jason Todd.
That's hilarious.
David is doing the Lord's work. Tyler,
it was in vain though. They brought it back anyway.
Yep.
No easy reader. Damian didn't get Alfred killed. Batman did.
It's true.
I think it was Batman's fault. Yeah, he's dead for the time being.
Back.
Lame. Why do you kill Alfred? That's lame.
Well, the thing was, it wasn't even supposed to be permanent. It wasn't even supposed to be like it was supposed to be an instantaneous fake out. Like it was going to be revealed in just a few issues that he was still alive, and that was the whole reason why the Psycho Pirate was there, was to make Batman think that Alfred had died. But anyway, I say Batman's responsible because Batman. You read this, Brooks. Batman's the one that sent Damian there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they knew not to go and mess with this, and Batman sent Damian
to go mess with it.
Yeah.
And now Alfred's dead.
Yep.
That's lame. That's 100% lame.
I can't remember if he went against Batman's wishes or if Batman told him to go.
I think Batman told him to do it.
He may have.
Oh, that's weird.
David's just trolling now. He says best Batman run was Frank Miller's All-Star Batman and Robin.
Isn't that the one where Batman called Dick Grayson retarded?
Yes.
Makes him eat rats or something?
Yes.
Yeah. And then burns all these criminals alive while he has sex on the Batmobile with Black Canary.
God, that book was horrible. But Jim Lee drew it. Jim Lee drew the shit out of that one.
All-Star Superman is dope.
Yeah.
All-Star Superman's great.
Yeah, All-Star Superman's the best.
It was supposed to be a whole line of comics that were going to be out of continuity, and they would bring in top-notch creators to do their own vision. All-Star Superman came out, blew everybody away. It's become one of the best comic books of all time.
Yep.
Then they did All-Star Batman and Robin, and the line sank.
Just killed it.
And it never even ended. It never even finished.
Nope.
I'm the goddamn Batman.
Yeah, that's where that came from too, isn't it?
Yep. That's the only line that ruined, that tanked that comic. And it
I
was
think we covered that a lot. My bad. I think we covered that a lot Sunday night, David. I went over 3 hours on that stream.
Really? Over All-Star Batman and Robin?
No, it was a Teen Dog Shades night, man. So
Wow.
I have no excuse other than that.
Grant Morrison?
I was going on about Grant Morrison, The Invisibles, and Chaos Magic.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
If you want to catch it, it was probably somewhere like after 2.5 hours into the stream. Like that's the thing. I was going 2.5 hours and then I went off. What's that?
I said I've had a few of those conversations, just me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have the added benefit.
Include like
I was beaming transmissions directly to the people on Sunday night.
Were you wearing the White Ranger helmet?
No. When did I put that on Dylan's on the stream with Dylan though, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I like how we've doubled the amount of people in here since we stopped talking about Superman Red Sun.
Gotta tell you, that's why it's a 2.
I want to know what did y'all, anybody that saw it, man, what do y'all think about it? We thought
what, Red Sun? Oh.
I'm talking to the chat right now, Jelani.
Yeah. Is it on the DC Universe app?
I don't know. I don't have that app anymore.
I used to have it. I don't have it anymore. Yeah.
Tis gone. Tis gone. Too many streaming services.
I know.
Yeah. Way too much to do. So much to pay for.
So much to pay for.
Mm-hmm. I don't even have Netflix anymore.
Brooks, have you heard about the new dates for the movies that we were supposed to be reviewing right now?
I have not.
I got it written down somewhere.
What's the haps, bro?
Well, Black Widow's not coming out till November.
Such a bummer.
Yeah.
If we get out of here in November.
So that moves all the other Marvel movies back to the next release date. So Eternals is now next year. And then everything else, Shang-Chi. Yeah, Eternal?
Yeah, Eternals.
That's the next one after Black
Widow. It's supposed to be like November.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be November, but now Black Widow's in November. So Eternals moves to February of 2021, which is where Shang-Chi was. So it moves to May, which moves Doctor Strange to November, which moves Thor. And here's the thing. And then there's even more, right? So Mulan is in July now, at the end of July. That moves Jungle Cruise. That was that new rock movie.
Yeah.
That was going to be Jungle Cruise's date. So they delayed that a whole year to July of 2021.
They have to.
Ghostbusters and Morbius got moved to March of next year.
That's crazy.
Quiet Place and Candyman hit in September, because that's probably when they think everything. My Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle show that I had tickets to at the end of this month got moved back to September.
Okay, so they didn't cancel it, so that's good.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick.
What about the Pop Culture Expo? Any word on that?
July.
Yeah,
July.
And Top Gun Maverick's now going to be on Christmas. Here's what's really funny about this: New Mutants doesn't have a date right now.
Dude,
it's over.
Dude,
they
just drop it on streaming service.
Oh, I finally finished that trade.
Oh, what'd you think? You read the Epic Collection of the first New Mutants, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have never read New Mutants, like the old ones with Professor X on the cover, with all of them jumping out. I like that. I like the cover. I just never read it.
Dude,
I was 80s X-Men.
We might have to do a movie review on Trolls 5. Unicorns taste better with sprinkles.
As long as JT's in it,
we do got to do that Cats movie review.
Yeah, man, I want to see that, man. I saw Lindsay Ellis did a video on Cats, and now that just got me to wanting to watch it more.
Yeah, I do too. Did you guys hear that Andrew Lloyd Webber's doing that thing on YouTube where he's releasing for 48 hours each weekend for 6 weeks one of his musicals so you can watch and stream for free?
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's cool. The last week it started, it had Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, but I missed it. It's the one with Donny Osmond, whatever. But I missed it though because it in our time zone it goes from until Sunday morning or something like that. This week though is Jesus Christ Superstar, which I've never actually seen because I was growing up in my church. They were telling me that was like a sacrilegious thing. I couldn't watch Jesus Christ Superstar. So now I really want to. So they released a clip of it today, and that comedian who does that song Prejudice, where he's like, only a ginger can call a ginger ginger. You ever seen that? Tim something. He plays Judas.
Tim Curry?
No, but here's the craziest thing. Sporty Spice plays Mary Magdalene.
Hey.
Apparently nobody thought that was as cool as I did. Anyway.
Interesting. If you want to be my lover.
I miss the Spice Girls, man. I wish that was still a thing.
It is. They're still on tour.
Yeah, I think they still tour.
Really?
Except Victoria Beckham does not.
Of course not.
Let's be honest.
Beckham
Posh Spice wasn't a factor. She didn't sing. She's a terrible singer. She couldn't dance. Like what did she bring? She was always just sat there and being posh.
Know,
yeah.
She's the model.
She's the one that got JT famous out of all of them. So it just feels weird that they're not all together because she's the only one not going on tour with them.
Yeah, who cares?
It's just
she makes money now. Yeah.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl then? Jay Strick?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I like Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
She's a great singer.
I like Ginger Spice. Jerry Halliwell. She is the winner.
What about you, Brooks? You got a favorite?
I like Baby Spice, actually.
Baby Spice.
I thought for sure you'd go Scary Spice.
Yeah.
Scary Spice is
I like them all in a way, but I think Baby Spice is the one that kind of sticks out most for me.
I gotcha. I thought she was creepy. You're trying to look like a baby
Spice
doll or something?
I like Scary Spice though.
Don't you dare hate on Baby Spice.
Easy Reader says Scary. David
Scary
Baby.
Nice.
Herminio says Ginger. Remember, only a ginger can call a ginger ginger. Anyway, I don't know why I derailed the whole thing with the Andrew Lloyd Webber thing that led to the Spice Girls thing. So I'm sorry.
Hey, we're just talking, man.
We're just talking. Who's got something?
You learn a lot about a man from his favorite Spice Girl.
It's like your favorite Ninja Turtle. It's a personality test, isn't it?
Speaking of Ninja Turtles, well, I guess we'll do that later.
Yeah, I was about to say, who's got something to show off? It's show and tell, buddy.
Yay!
Let Jelani go first. All
right. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, I happen to have the NECA lovely Ninja Turtles from the cartoon show.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
The Target exclusives.
Nice.
This is
they almost look like they're the same color.
Yeah, they are the same color. Yeah. The problem is these are from the same set, but then I have the other.
They're 2-packs, right?
Yeah, they're 2-packs. These came together. These two came together. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I like those. Those look good.
Yeah, they look really good. I love these. But then I've got the other sets that came with foot soldiers. And it's Michelangelo and Raphael.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the spinner thing. Look at this thing.
Why doesn't he have the grappling hook?
He doesn't.
Michelangelo didn't use nunchucks.
Well, in this one he did, but then I also have my favorite Ninja Turtle, Raphael, and
he's the leader of the group.
Like I said, he might as well
not the leader of the group.
He's not the leader.
He's the leader of the group in the lovely
parallel universe, guys. That's not TNT Prime.
And he's the biggest. And he doesn't have size. He has nunchucks or sticky sticks. I don't care.
Raphael.
Didn't they do a shredder in that line?
Yeah,
they're doing one.
They did. I have a shredder, but I did
the shredder and the foot soldiers.
Oh gosh, you want me to do those show and tell too? I just want to show you my turtles, but now I got to get the other one. Sit tight.
Okay.
Because I got lots of them.
While he's doing that, let's all talk about why we don't like Jelani.
Oh man, I hate that guy.
I just hate his face mostly.
I just hate how much he talks during a movie.
There's something about his face. I want to punch it.
You ever watch Jaws with Jelani?
It is not a good experience if you're like Brooks and trying to watch it for the first time for a movie review. That fool was jumping all over the place, man. Remember, he's got a thing for sharks. Remember back in the day? Yeah. Back in the days of the nation? You know? He was always hollering about them sharks.
Man, stop talking about my sharks, man. Why are you hating on me?
Because,
man, I wish I brought my street sharks out now.
Yeah, street sharks, son. All right, this is Shredder.
The next one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this is. I think I showed this the last time.
Yeah,
but-
because he's got the scar, right?
Yeah, he's got the. Well, no. This is
No, you showed us the movie one.
this is the cartoon version. Yeah, I showed you the movie version. This
You
is
got the Green
cartoon.
Ranger one?
He is clean. Green Ranger. Yeah, Green Ranger NECA. Yeah, I do not. No. And also have Bebop.
He's talking about the Green Ranger
Rocksteady.
Shredder.
I know.
Oh,
no.
nice.
Oh, those are
I
dope.
got those two.
Oh, those are cool.
Wow.
I might have
Yeah.
to pick those up. Those are dope.
These no, they're like $50 a 2-pack. The only reason I got them. Say what?
You got those at Target?
Yeah, I got these. These are all Target exclusives.
I
They
saw
were
some at
all.
GameStop too. Did they did something?
They have the movie figures.
Okay.
That's sold individually.
Yeah.
And then they have the Ninja Turtles and Batman figure. The Batman Ninja Turtle mashup. They have those figures, but they don't have the ones.
Do they have like the mashup versions of like the Robins mashed up with the Turtles?
Yeah.
They have those?
Yeah, well, they have Damien, and they have Batgirl, Damien, Batgirl, Alfred. No.
People talking.
No.
What?
It's the movie. The
but what do you
like, Brooks? The movie you like, Brooks. What now? What are we talking about?
You mean the Batman TMNT movie?
Yes.
Oh, you mean those 2-packs?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are pretty.
Yeah.
Those are pretty
I
nice.
thought you said that they had the because
I thought you were talking about they were like merged together.
yeah, like in Batman TMNT 3.
Yeah, the 3-pack.
Not like that.
What?
A 3-pack. Now you're just
Jelani.
Yes.
Here's okay. In Batman TMNT Part 3, the book, they do a crisis type thing and they merge the Robins with the Turtles. So like
that's cool.
wasn't Damien Raphael?
Yeah, Damien was Raphael, I think.
Leo was Dick.
Dick was Leonardo. Donatello was Tim.
Hey, Delaney likes Dick.
And Michelangelo was Jason, I think.
That's
No, Raphael was Jason.
Yeah, Raphael would be Jason. Maybe
Damien
Raphael was Jason?
Damien was Michelangelo.
Let's be honest. Raphael would be Jason.
Yes, he would.
no, he wouldn't. Raphael's the best.
Dude, they got the exact
100%.
same attitude. They got the exact same shitty
it
attitude.
could be either one, really. You could kind of.
This is
Didn't
the
invite
best.
me to the family
Turtle.
picture, huh?
Yeah.
Bruce.
Damn!
Don't hate on him.
Kill these guys.
Anyway,
Misery. Batman won't arrest him.
I found this Krang too. Krang is the best.
Oh, nice.
I wish Krang had like the body. I would love the body one, and I'm sure they're gonna come out with one and take all my money.
Do you remember when they did that in Playmates, but it was so damn expensive?
Yes. I finally saw that at the last expo we were at.
Yeah.
I finally saw it. It was.
I've got the old school one in his little stroller, his little high chair.
Yeah. I have the old school one too, or I had the old school one, and then of course the last part of this is the foot soldiers. They came with Raphael and Donatello.
Nice.
They're pretty decent. Like I said, all these look just like the cartoon, and oh my goodness, the accessories are great too. But I'm not showing you all that. That's a lot of stuff.
What's cool is to have a Shredder and a foot soldier figure that's not all like.
Yeah,
Remember
and hunched over,
Punched over.
and yeah, that Shredder was terrible. I was like, why did you even try? But this is the reason I bought all those figures. Like, I spent a fortune doing this because I was like, all I want is the Shredder. And then I saw the Shredder and I was like, I want all of them. And it was,
I think that Shredder's super expensive now.
yeah, he's stupid expensive by himself.
I saw it going for like $80.
Yeah, the one that comes with Leonardo was $100 by itself.
Somebody traded that set into the deep one time, but it didn't come with the Shredder. They would cut the Shredder out and save the rest of it. And like, was that you?
No, God no. I would have sold that, but it fooled me. When I went to the deep, I went there twice, and it fooled me twice because I was like, then you have that Leonardo and Shredder, and then I look at it like, oh, there's no Shredder in it.
Like, no.
And then like 2 months later, I saw it again. I was like, oh, you had that Shredder. I was like, oh, you did it twice. I was so hurt because he turned it to the side. I was like, Mark.
What'd he do, man? That's what he do.
Yeah.
Brooks, what did you bring for show and tell?
Well, I've been playing. I got the new Resident Evil 3 remake on the Xbox.
Nice.
And so I've kind of got a little Resident Evil mind. So I've got a Jill sandwich. Yeah, here's the old classic Jill.
I like how you had that bit played out. Like for an hour, that bread's just been sitting there.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
been waiting.
not letting that bread go to waste either. I'm gonna eat that bread.
That's
Also,
right.
I got old Claire here from RE2 with the crossbow.
Nice.
And I found a figure that we've been talking about. Old Mega Man.
Yeah, I have that
Yeah.
figure too. I got that
Yeah, I
figure.
found him. I don't have his little blaster thing that came in his
Yeah, the yellow
cannon
blaster.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost a leg, and I had to super glue it back on, but
Oh, that sucks.
he's all right still.
That came with War Machine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he came with the War Machine. Oh,
Yeah.
his arm fell off. Well, in the garbage for you.
I kept mine in better shape. Mine just has like some of the paint that may have chipped off, that shiny paint stuff.
Why are you
Yeah,
throwing
I still got
shade
it.
at Brooks the way he keeps his action figures, man?
You gotta keep them up, man.
No, Brooks played with that last
Yeah.
week.
Don't tell me what to do with my toys, man.
Figures.
That's why we can't find any damn good Silverhawks anymore.
That's right. All the paint fell off them.
I was like, oh, there's scratched garbage.
We're done now.
That was a nice theme you had there for a little Capcom thing, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Mega Man shirt too.
Oh, look at
I'm all
you.
Capcomed out. I should have done that for the Street Fighter.
Yeah.
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 But we actually had Street Fighter figures. Well, y'all did.
I got my PCP
Yeah.
shirt on today.
Nice.
So
Everybody's always asking what they look like. Show it again.
Yeah.
You can find them.
Robbie, I got yours right over here. Hold on. Let me pull them on the call.
It's huge. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Those are available at a link in the descriptions for each video.
So I ordered some short shirts and I got a Robbie a couple.
Nice. That's the Fantastic Four like font.
Yep. John designed all
Nice.
these, by the way. John designed all of them.
All right.
Yeah, I like that one.
Wow. Robbie Strikes Back.
What about the ones you got for yourself, Strickland?
I've worn them this week. They're in the laundry, dirty laundry.
Nice.
I got the Spider-Man one though, and the it's like I don't know if it's like Star Wars one or something. I don't know, like Galaxy one. I don't know.
Or on it?
Yeah, I got to get some more shirts.
You got the Battlestar Galactica one.
Yeah, that was it.
I have that one.
Oh,
That's my favorite one. I love that one.
oh,
You can watch Battlestar Galactica.
where is it?
It's in my
Oh,
closet.
nice. I haven't seen that one.
Keep it in the closet, you know. Something about you, baby, that makes me want to.
To a
What
copyright
else you got
strike.
for- yeah, right. What else you now? If you sing it terribly, it doesn't count, right? Strickland, what do you got for show and tell?
I got 2 comics, 2 toys. And
Nice.
so comics aren't very expensive. They're just like they mean a lot to me. So it's like first appearance of Kyle Rayner.
Nice.
Okay.
This is like the first comic book I read, so it means a lot to me. And it's cool. Like he's my favorite Lantern, so
Okay.
first appearance of Mr. Sinister.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you have that one, Brooks?
No, I do not.
Super impressed. That is cool.
Can we just talk about like
I got
Claremont?
the first appearance of Apocalypse, but not Sinister.
Yeah, he did so much.
You have the X Factor. I have the X Factor Apocalypse.
So when Disney Plus dropped, I was it in like November or October?
Mhm.
I like binged the Clone Wars animated series because I had never seen it. It's like some of my favorite Star Wars stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just some of the best Star Wars stuff there
It's
is.
so good.
It's just the art, man. That art throws me off every time. But that's
I've been
good
thinking
story.
It did me at first too, but I got used to it pretty quick.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's good. I've been picking up the Black Series Clone Wars figures. So
Mhm.
there's Dooku.
Are they gonna do a Rex?
Dooku.
Yeah, they did a Rex.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta get that, man.
Yeah, it's clean. I showed mine a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
And General Grievous.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
Grievous.
all
it's
Grievous.
clean.
It's freaking
Yeah.
awesome. I think this
Yeah.
one you have to get at GameStop. I may be wrong.
I
but-
got
I
one.
bought it
I
at
got mine
GameStop.
at the shop.
Okay.
I bought mine at
I'm wrong.
GameStop.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Clone Wars right now. I'm like 4 episodes into season 1, and I know some people have been like, "No, you just gotta wait till season 3 gets good." I'm like, I love season 1. I've already seen the first seasons, and I love.
Season 1's kind of like just kind of a bunch of short stories, kind of like it's like a bunch of individual stories put together, and like later on they start doing more storyline driven stuff.
Well, the thing I like about it is like prequels. I hate Anakin. And
oh man, Clone Wars
in the show,
shit.
Yeah.
In the show, he is so legit, and like it gives a whole nother layer to him.
Yeah.
I really
like that's the Anakin we wanted to see in the movie.
Right.
And why didn't they just do that?
His whole relationship with like Ahsoka and like her character, I just love all of that.
They could have just made that
relationship with Padme is like so much better.
It does. Even Padme, I loved her like so much more.
Padme like, actually has some pretty cool moments too.
Yeah, Clone Wars is good. I like it. I'm glad to be doing the rewatch. I watched all of Picard. I really enjoyed it, and I finished all of his Dark Materials, and I finished my revisit of Hell's Kitchen season 10 uncensored, my favorite season of Hell's Kitchen.
Does he curse at the most people in that one?
No, it's the one with Christina, and Christina.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
She's just the best.
Yeah, Christina's the best. She's
like sous chef now.
She's like, oh yeah. She's right under Gordon. Does pretty much everything with him.
Green Man's in the house. What's up, my friend?
What's up, Green Man?
Says just ordered the Dr. Doom Marvel Legends figure, and they sent me the thing instead.
That is very upsetting.
Yeah, they should send you Doom.
That Doom figure is so good.
SWGOH.
I don't know what that is. Star Wars something?
Star Wars Galaxy of Height.
No, none of us play that. We don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Dr. Doom is nice though. There it is.
Yeah, Doom is the cleanest.
I got the classic costume.
Yeah, mine's holding the Cosmic Cube and lightning from the movie figure.
Oh, nice.
You remember the movie figure that lights up? I took the lightning that came out of his hand and put it on him, and he's like, and then he's holding the Cosmic Cube. Yeah.
Oh no, Galaxy of Heroes? No, I've never played that.
No, I've never played it. Sorry.
I did play the game on what's the game that just came out? It was like on PlayStation, Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He might have
Party 8.
Oh yeah, I have that actually.
Star Wars Pod Racers, right?
Good game.
This is pod racing.
We didn't need Baby Greedo. We didn't need it.
I didn't mind him. It wasn't actually Greedo.
It was Greedo's.
You're gonna get it now, Annie.
Pew pew.
You guys see I got my Dr. Doom shrine behind me.
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that Venom coaster.
Yeah, me too.
Venom.
It's an obnoxious Eric Larson image, but it's an iconic image, and I like how absurd it is. So that's the Venom Island issue, the original one, where Venom takes Spider-Man to the island, tries to kick his ass.
Spider-Man, you're voted off the island.
Yeah, right. So the original reality show.
Man.
So when things stop being polite and they start getting real, you know.
Oh man. Oh, I have one more show and tell if that's cool.
Of course.
All right, we did have a Red Sun Russian theme going on. And I wanted to show off my clean ass Black Widow figure I got from Target, the Target exclusive. I'm not taking her out of this pose because that's the way she's posed, and I don't feel like taking hours to put it back in it. I love this figure. She is by far, until I get the Walmart exclusive of this figure, this is my Black Widow figure.
What's the difference between that one and like the white costume one that we have?
That white costume figure is the movie figure. That's Scarlett Johansson. This is the comic book Black Widow Deadly Origins figure.
Oh, does she wear white in that?
She wears white in that.
Well, that's kind of stupid.
And the cover of Dark Origins. I don't have it. I don't have the cover.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's still my cleanest. I got that one Sunday in my random Uber Eats travels, which I shouldn't be doing, but I have to make money to live. But I saw it and I was like, I was at Target. Yep. I was like, I'll go to this Target. Like, oh. So as soon as Tony tells me that the other Black Widow comes out, there's a gray suit Black Widow. You know, the one from the Captain America and the Wolverine are on the cover.
Yeah, the Jim Lee one.
the Jim Lee cover. It's she's coming out soon as an exclusive, and it comes with a jetpack, and she's got Rogue's jacket on. It's pretty cool. And that should be the best one, and I can't wait for that one to come out too. But all the Black Widow figures that are coming, I want them all. And I'm the Crimson Dynamo set looks pretty tight, except for the Spy Master. I have no clue what a Spy Master is. I don't care. Yeah, he's got that awesome costume. Yeah, but yeah. So far, like I said, Marvel Legends, of course, it's my favorite toy line, of course. So I think we've talked about that a lot. But they keep coming out with stuff to take my money, and they need to stop doing that.
It's not difficult, man.
No, it's not. It doesn't take much. All I have to do is see something on television or read it in a comic book, and I'll want a figure of it.
Yeah, right.
True story.
All right, my turn for show and tell now. Got some things here. Some comics, first of all. Here's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 color classic version. So it's colored. So that's neat.
Cool. Shredder dies.
There's my Maxwell's Demons #1 that was sent to me by Dennis Camp, autographed.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Super cool, dude. There's the
That's a good book. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That is such a good book.
This is a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #12, but it's the Megazord Incentive variant. I thought Strickland would get a kick out of that one.
Beautiful.
Yes. I got all the award covers from those early days. This is a Fantastic Four 236. This was the 20th anniversary issue. And
is that John Byrne?
It is John Byrne. And why this issue is so significant to me is because it is signed by John Byrne and Stan Lee.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's my Stan Lee autograph that I have. And Stan Lee did a backup story in it too. So it's not like he didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, he took all the credit though.
There's my Planetary #1, greatest Warren Ellis comic book ever.
Yep.
These actually got brought up earlier.
Yeah.
Yep, I own that one. That one right there.
Yeah, I got both of those.
Yep.
First appearances of Apocalypse.
Got to, man.
Yep.
One of my favorite, more recent comic book pickups.
Hey.
#1.
Do.
Yeah, right. I'm going to open this one up today.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice. I have that one.
Yep. I'm going to open him up right now.
The blue-eyed, ever-loving thing.
Yeah, this one. So this is from the animated series, and this is the second Thing figure they did. The first one was a nice Thing figure, but it didn't look like the animated series Thing, which I didn't mind, but it didn't look. This definitely looks more like the animated series Thing. It actually kind of looks doofy and simple, right?
Yeah.
But you got to have a Thing with the overcoat and the hat and the glasses. So I've had this for a while, but now we'll open it up. And you can take the overcoat off, and he just looks like the normal Thing, you know, right there. But in the package, you can't see what he looks like when he wears his sunglasses at night. Oh, that looks so dumb.
He's just an ugly monster.
They're way too big. Look at that.
Yeah, they are. They're comically large.
Yeah,
Why is that?
Oh, that's so weird looking. I should have kept him in the package.
Yeah.
Touch.
Hey, he's got the Ray-Bans though.
Why is it like that?
I don't know. No clue.
Maybe if I angle it a certain way.
No. You
I
need
move
different
it,
sunglasses.
actually, if I move it up, it doesn't look too bad.
He needs different sunglasses.
It looks a little better.
It's okay better. It looks a little better.
What year is that from?
95.
96.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. Sit on a shelf.
God, that's awesome. That's fun opening.
Because it came out.
Toys.
That cartoon was out the same time the Iron Man and the Hulk cartoons came out.
Marvel Action Hours.
The Action Hour. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Iron Man toy line too, see?
Yep.
And what's crazy is if you look back here, so this is the final wave they did. Now I got the Thing. I'm still looking for the Namor. I opened the Super Scroll not too long ago. I need a Triton.
Yeah.
I need a Triton and I need an Annihilus. The Annihilus has a little tiny Annihilus that pops out right there. This Adam Warlock figure they never produced for this
that
month.
sucks.
But then they released it in that Overpower line. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And
I do. The Toy Biz.
I have that one.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm also going to open up. Hey, Mikey, with the super chat. Thank you so much. I love how Robbie is so positive, so he may not answer this. Now I won't. But this I know, Jelani and y'all might. What DC animated thing is your least favorite and why? And oh yeah, Thing just likes to fight. You know,
Thing just likes to fight.
I just revealed my top 5 favorite animated series on the last Teen Dog Shades night, and my favorite animated series theme songs. And that one didn't come up, but that one is always stuck in my head.
Just call the 4. Da, 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 da.
So what is your least favorite animated DC thing?
Me? Well, what about you, Brooks? I got to think.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
That's what I was just trying to do.
Like right now, I'd probably say Hush, but that's just because it's the most recent one I've seen.
Harley Quinn.
I haven't seen that one.
Sorry.
I got to fresh my mind on what's. Oh, it was.
Bad Blood is the one that I was
I
like.
haven't seen that one. I haven't seen
that nonsense. I am done because I hate that Batwing is like that's the lamest name we could think of to make a bad character. Oh, it's Batwing, and that was Lucius Fox's son. Oh God, I hate that. I hate all of Bad Blood. Bad Blood is garbage. That's when I stopped. I was like, screw this new 52 Batman. Screw all this new 52 crap. And then then they did Killing Joke, and I was like, and then Harley Quinn was just like, really the nail? I was like,
I didn't realize there was this many DC animated movies.
There are a lot.
There's like over 30 of them.
Oh,
we reviewed some good ones.
Out of the ones that I've seen, and I'm talking about the movies right now.
Right.
But I would definitely say out of the movies, I would say, God damn it, what was it? I just had it in my head. Oh, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. I hate that one. I don't like that one at all.
That the one with Supergirl?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
As far as all of DC,
it's okay. The fights were too long, and Batman should have died.
If we're counting every single DC animated anything ever, I mean, it's like any Super Friends with Wonder Twins kind of sucks. There's Super Friends that are awesome. Like Challenge of the Super Friends is badass, but anything
Challenge Super Friends is awesome.
And the one with the damn dog and the 2 doofy kids and the dune buggy or whatever.
That was Super Friends.
The Flintstones?
The original Super Friends.
Yeah, screw that. That's so stupid.
Yeah, that was the 70s one.
I didn't like Justice League War.
Yeah, Justice League War was pretty bad. That started the New 52.
Because it was such an iconic book, and it's like the story, it just didn't translate well for me. So.
Nothing in New 52 is worth it. It's nothing.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff in New 52 that was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, come on. That Batman run, that's probably one of the best things from New 52. And
Aquaman run?
The Aquaman run by Jeff
Wonder
Johns.
Woman run?
Azarello Wonder Woman run. Hell yeah.
All New 52.
Yeah,
I passed on all of it.
Action Comics by Grant Morrison was good.
Dude, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it because I've never read them.
Out of here right now, Jelani.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not going to have that. Comic books are always good and bad.
Positive, they are good and bad. And you're right.
There's some crap in New 52, dude. Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Superman, for the most part, outside of the action.
All of Superman. Yeah.
Like, what was going on there?
Nightwing
was okay. Nightwing was okay. Green Arrow was
still shot in the head and forgot who he was, and he's
Green
like,
Arrow was weak until Jeff Lemire showed up.
Oh my! Green Arrow's run was amazing until they were like trying to make it like a TV show, and then they like kicked him off the book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that book is awesome.
Okay, so I'm sure they're good and bad. I understand.
We just looked at all the good ones.
Yeah.
Justice League was good.
Justice League was solid for the most part. It had bits that were kind of boring. Forever Evil was kind of overblown.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole thing.
The villain's journey, the second story after Origin, was kind of weak. Origin was a fun like reintroduction to the Justice League. I thought that's the badass moment when Aquaman shows up and he takes out those parademons. He's like, "I'm Aquaman. Who's your leader? I vote me."
Of course you do, Aquaman.
Flash was super dope too.
Flash was good.
Francis, what's his name?
Maniple.
Yes. Come on, man! Don't dog the New 52 like that.
Y'all are telling me because like I skipped it all. When the second I saw Superman was wearing jeans and a t-shirt, I was like out.
Morrison wrote that, dude, and it makes sense. And he gets his costume. Dude, whatever. See, this is what just happened. Let me explain what just happened. Jelani never read a damn one of these books.
Nope.
He read
Because I was done with it. I was like,
52. So all of a sudden,
Superman. No. Here we go. Superman dated Wonder Woman. Superman dated Wonder Woman. I love 52. 52 was great. 52 changed everything.
Countdown was terrible, but 52 was great.
I heard Countdown was pretty good.
But 52 was not part of the new 52. That was way before. That was right after Infinite Crisis.
Yeah, I like Rebirth in parts. Rebirth's not terrible. Rebirth fixed New 52 and kill that Superman. That Superman's dead.
Something else you read in an article or something online because you didn't read that shit. You don't know what you're talking about.
I read Rebirth.
What Rebirth did you read?
I read the Rebirth. The Rebirth story where it introduced everything.
Rebirth.
That's it. That's all I needed. Told you. But stop. Listen, I made a choice. I was either going to read comic books or I was going to buy action figures. What did I do? What have I done? Huh? I bought a lot of toys.
Those toys haven't taught you anything yet, Jelani.
Yes, they have. They taught me how to do this.
They taught me how to love.
This.
Jelani, did you read Doomsday Clock?
Boop, boop.
Everybody else here.
Yeah, I did read Doomsday Clock. Yes, I did read Doomsday Clock.
Everybody else here is able to balance toys and comics, but Jelani's like, what? Jelani's back into comics now, though, which I'm very happy for. Jelani,
Yeah.
I am. I slowly went back. I came back.
Jelani is a comic book reader. I'm
I
just saying,
do. I read a lot of X-Men.
He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when it comes to New 52 or DC.
Here it comes again. Womp.
Beautiful figure.
Yeah. They cost money, so I chose one.
So I'm going to open up the Power Ranger.
Which one?
Well, I opened up all my Beast Morpher ones, and they are really good. And I opened up that Blaze, by the way, Jelani, with the Johnny Storm head.
Yeah.
They're great figures. They're all, dude, Jonathan, the Lightning collection, the ones outside of Mighty Morphin are actually better figures.
No.
I'm serious.
It's
dude.
the sculpt. It's the sculpt. They're all.
My Go Buster Red, which is Beast Morphers Red, is better than my figure arts. I'm telling you. But today
I can almost agree.
Americans call it Dino Charge. I call it Voyager.
Americans, like you're not American.
I watched Sentai more than
This man watched Red Sun, and now he's Russian.
Dino Charge, but I watched all of Voyager. And it's the dumbest. They dance. They're powered by the music of the dinosaurs.
Oh no!
I have the Zords too.
That's craziness.
They're the American ones, so they're not near as good. But anyway, you silly Americans, your Power Rangers.
You and your French fries.
Are you?
Get me some French fries. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You piece
of shit for breakfast.
These guys powered by the music of the prehistoric dinosaurs, which is silly, and they literally dance to morph, and it's awesome. It's so ridiculously dumb. And one of the things I love about Voyager or Dino Charge, I guess, is that there's like 20 different Rangers. So they go through a whole bunch of different colors. In the Japanese one, there's this like Viking dude who died a long time ago, and he comes back and he's fat. And when he becomes a Ranger, he literally shrinks up and like becomes like a normal sized, healthy Ranger. And I'm like, I just
like the power.
Didn't they have like a Ranger that was a kid for a while too?
They've had a few of those. The original White Ranger was a kid. He was always on a skateboard.
Their avatar.
Sounds like the 90s.
Everybody loves that when you throw kids into their TV shows.
Sculpts on these, man.
Yeah, it's a sculpt. Yeah, Hasbro's on point.
I really like the Lightning collection. I just think the figure arts Rangers, it's like I feel like you're not going to get better than that, you know?
Dude, I'm telling you,
like they're good, but they're just expensive as all get out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is the only way I'm going to get a complete Ranger collection is if they continue doing these.
Right. It's actually affordable. They're 20 bucks.
$20 a piece.
The figure arts feel fragile, and I love them. You know I love my figure arts, man. I do.
They're awesome, but they're
much more practical to get these. But they're also just really good. And if you collect things like, if you're someone like Jelani and you wind up with maybe a couple of Lightning collections, and you got tons of Marvel Legends, and you got some Star Wars Black Series, and you got the new G.I. Joe wave coming out. I mean, they all work together.
Yeah, they're all in scale with each other. They're all 6-inch figures.
Yeah. So I really love the hell out of these figures.
Yeah.
I think they're great. And I used to have the idea that I would get all of the figure arts. At least I just want the Red Ranger and the 6th Ranger on all of them, right? To go with my Zords. But now I can actually, but I'm just afraid that one day they're going to stop. So they're not going to do all of them. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to do all of them. The way they have the licensing, they'll make all of them. Just like they're making all the Black Series, all the Marvel Legends. They're dropping G.I. Joes like crazy. Yeah, it's about to happen.
The cool thing
people are buying Power Ranger stuff like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool about it is they also do just like the Star Wars one does. They go beyond just the TV series, and they did the Lord Draken figure.
Yeah, and the Ranger Slayer is coming out.
Ranger Slayer, and I hear a lot of rumors about the Omega Rangers from the new run. So,
dude.
What about Ivan Ooze?
That's what we need.
I would totally buy an Ivan Ooze.
Yeah. I want to read.
Here's the thing. I didn't even think about it. When they're done with the Mighty Morphin, because all they got is just a regular black to come out now, because they got pink, blue, yellow, and red, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I thought about this. When I open up my blue Zeo, I put that Rocky head on my Red Ranger, and I have a Rocky Red Ranger, right? That's pretty cool. But they could do the movie ones as soon as they're done with that. They could do the movie ones, because they had the different. I love those movie costumes for Power Rangers. That's just me, though.
Oh yeah, they're dope.
They're cool, man.
I like the ninja suits too.
Yeah,
I love them ninja. Dude, imagine some really detailed ones of those, because the figures they release of those suck, because they're just all like
they're wonky looking.
I see the Rocky right there, but I mean,
they like chipped and faded really easily. I remember that.
Yeah, because they all have the stupid karate moves or whatever. But if the Lightning collection did those, that would be so fire, dude.
Yeah, I mean, all of them have been great. I only own 2. That's Lord Zed and what's his name? Goldar.
Yeah,
Goldar.
Yeah. Those are probably 2 of the best ones, man. They're amazing.
The villains are just where it's at.
It pisses me off that they're going to make me double dip into a Lord Zed, because they're releasing Rita as a 2-pack with Lord Zed.
Yeah,
exclusive. But maybe GameStop will shut down and they won't get to do that. So
they're still selling stuff. That's why I'm gonna get my Venom. Venom.
So, do you guys think this? Because I 100% think that in Venom 2 they're going to name drop Null.
They could,
like the Necro Sword.
Yeah, I think they're going to name drop Null in the Venom 2, because they're like, what's the biggest Venom story out there? Well, Null, because there's not really that many big Venom stories, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There aren't that many.
Carnage, what do you do next? What do you do to top Carnage?
They're just going to steal from Spider-Man.
Pretty much.
They could, but I think they're
Venom 3 will be him fighting Spider-Man.
They're morally bankrupt when it comes to Venom, because they did not add Spider-Man in their Venom origin story. That still hurts it. And everybody just was like, oh no, we got a Venom movie. We finally got a Venom movie. I'm like,
dude, people love that movie.
I don't like that movie.
It's okay. Like, I feel like when I'm watching it, it feels like they had like a different movie in mind, because like Tom Hardy's such an awesome actor.
He is.
And like, I feel like he could play Eddie Brock.
He could be Eddie Brock, but
it was just a weird, I don't know.
They made him a reporter that roves around and like whatevers.
That was fine. Everything else was so just
hokey.
Just hokey and just cliche, man.
And he goes into the restaurant and he like gets into the
in the tank, in fish tank. Oh god, yeah. That whole movie is cringe to me, and people love it. And I'm like, do we watch the same film?
I think people just like that.
They were just hungry, man. Yeah, they were hungry for Venom.
They were hungry for the Venom song.
Yeah,
I can't remember what your thoughts on Venom were, but I bet it was. I thought it was okay. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
At least in the they've shown some footage. You can see they were filming Venom 2.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson, of course, that's Cletus Cassidy, but they're not letting him wear that stupid ass wig, and I think that's a good decision.
Yeah, that's a beautiful decision.
But I think Venom is a decent enough film with a strong enough following that they could make a good sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully they can make a good sequel now, because Sony's like finally catching their stride. Like into the Spider-Verse, you're actually making a great story.
That is such a good movie.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So, yeah, it was all right, Herminio. I mean, I'm not gonna watch. I'm never gonna watch it ever again,
I'm
ever.
probably gonna watch it again. I'll probably watch it. Right
There's
before-
like cool elements of it, like the symbiote and him talking. Like I thought that was cool. Like I don't know.
It's fine.
It just seemed like it had that like Fantastic Four effect of like. It seems like there was like half the movie it was going somewhere, then the other half it would just like.
Which Fantastic Four are you talking about?
The newer one. With,
Fan Four Stick.
Michael B. Jordan.
At least the other two are consistent.
Yeah, they
The
are.
newest one was the one that started so good, and then
Dude,
just
it was like the first half.
first
And
half,
they're right when they get their powers.
And then they're just like, what is going on?
I do still though think that scene with Doom going down the hallway is so badass and scary.
It is because it made Doom scary. Finley always
It's like
jokes
that
on me
movie.
about
Like the middle was where it got bad.
Yeah.
Like the beginning was pretty good, and then the middle it just got really bad, and then the climax was actually pretty good.
Was the end? Did Galactus show up in that? Did I make that up?
No.
It was just
thank
against
God.
Doom.
Okay.
They could have had a Nihilus show up.
the
That would have
second
been
one.
interesting.
It was
Yeah.
originally going to be that when they went into the negative zone, they found Galactus.
It was going to be, yeah.
Galactus is the reason why they got the powers, and then
Yeah.
Doom trying to build some kind of thing to kill Galactus, and they have to team up with him. And
That sounds terrible.
then the dude who directed it wanted to make like a really like low key, hard sci-fi body horror type thing, and then Avengers came out. And so then the studio was like, well, we want to make an Avengers movie. And you can see the split because it goes from
Immediately, right when they get their powers, the movie changes.
right into superhero film, and a bad one.
Let's fight the light beam in the sky.
Josh Trank or whatever, and he like apparently like threw a fit and like quit in the middle and like went trashed his
He
trailer.
trashed his condo, whatever his condo was. Oh yeah,
I
but
made
that,
Chronicle. Don't tell me what to do.
I guess we should say spoilers if you've never seen this.
who cares? No one should see that film
Someone said spoilers.
Everybody should see that film.
twice.
That is the standard by which all superhero films will be held
I've
to.
only seen it once. I don't even own it. I'm sure one day I can find it for like.
You're not owning a Fantastic Four movie. That's
That
pretty
is
telling.
that says a lot.
I have the other ones, and I've watched them multiple times. Even though I don't, there are elements of those movies I like, and there's elements of the newer one that I like, but none of them are.
You like Morpheus? That's what you liked about it.
They don't get the Fantastic Four really. I don't think they don't get what the Fantastic Four is about. They kind of like the original, the first two. They kind of do in a way. You know, they kind of get the whole family aspect, and
Yeah.
Not the
you know,
adventure.
they almost get it, but they just fall short. You know.
Mikey is 100% right. Somehow, Rise of Silver Surfer is the best FF film.
Wow, that
And
is saying
Dr.
a
Doom
lot.
was Dr. Doom
Wow.
was really badass in that film too.
Yeah, because he
Doom-
sold the surfers. They sold surfers.
Yeah, his origin story in the first one kind of sucked.
Yeah, it did.
His pity, jealousy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like that's not Doom.
There's no
At
like.
all.
There's no like. I don't know, it's not Doom.
he was Doom. Gosh, Rise of Silver Surfer. That's true. It was really good.
He goes, let's just get this straight. I hate all of you, and I want you to die. And then what does he do? He steals the surfer's powers, and they have to stop. This is exactly a Doom
Yep,
move.
that's Doom. That's Doom. And he should have been that way all the time.
They never had a reason for him to
All
wear
the
that stupid
time.
mask.
Bills, do you think they can ever get it right? Like in a movie or a show, maybe?
Disney
I
might.
think they could if they got the
Disney.
right like screenwriter and director
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
I
Disney
think
will
Marvel
do it.
got the best chance of doing it.
Yeah, Marvel will do it.
Fox always took too many liberties with their properties, even including
Yeah.
X. So
And too much interference.
it depends on it depends on casting and stuff too. And they can't just. It's got to. I don't know. I just don't want it to be a weak MCU film. But,
Yeah.
like if Peyton Reed gets his way and he does it, I'm not super satisfied.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be fun, and it needs. I mean, it could totally fit in because
It needs to be adventure. They
it
need
needs
to
to-
already have their powers. No more origin stories. Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
I think with the Fantastic Four, you could do an origin.
Yeah, it's like they kind of have to. Yeah.
Yeah, to
The
introduce them
Fantastic
into this
Four is
world.
not as familiar in origin stories like Spider-Man or Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, not nowadays.
They
So-
need to start. Then this is how I see it. Then have them be the first family. Have them be adventurers in the '60s.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They should have them get lost
have-
in time and then
and
come
get
back
lost
to the
in time.
present day.
They
Yeah,
go find
After being lost in like a time warp or something for a while.
Yeah, they go like,
Yeah,
They're
find-
like they're all out of place and like doing all this goofy kind of old school stuff, like Reed smoking his pipe, and everybody's like,
Right.
"What is that?"
I would
like a
definitely
Gandalf pipe.
in the 60s, they go off, they breach the negative zone, they find the negative zone, and they've been missing. Now, to them, maybe only a couple of years has gone by. They show up, and it's
They're
been like
Fantastic
50,
Four.
60 years or something.
Right.
But maybe
We
that's
like out of time.
maybe a little too Captain America and too Wonder Woman. Maybe.
Mhm.
But
But still do it. I mean, I'd do it. I'd watch it.
I
Shut
think
up and take my money. I think it could be done. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking like how dope it would be to see in like a movie or on Disney Plus, like the Illuminati at some point.
Illuminati would be cool.
ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think it would be sick though.
Because Tony's dead.
Tony.
They ain't bringing Tony back.
You can
They ain't bringing.
Mikey says it's so Dr. Doom, but Mr. Fantastic dancing at that bachelor party hurt my soul. Me too.
What's worse, that scene or Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man?
Yeah.
The Reed one's dumb.
Oh,
because
three.
they could never make the stretching stuff look right, and they tried to
That
do it.
looks so goofy.
They tried really hard and failed. Let's dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that hurt. Yeah.
It's so stupid. But there are elements of it. Like, I think like, and even in the first one, like, I'll tell you, the best thing about him is Johnny Storm. Chris Evans nailed Johnny Storm.
Yeah. He
And Chick
did.
Within the Thing was pretty good too.
Yeah. They're dynamic. No, the dynamic between the two, the best part of those films.
In the first one.
And when he has the figure,
Yeah.
the Thing figure,
Yeah.
it's
I like
clobbering time.
There is no chemistry between Reed and Sue in either of those
At
films.
all.
Yeah.
At all.
You
It's
just
like
see, it just feels like Jessica Alba's like, who's this guy? Ewan Crowfoot or whatever his name is.
You're in Grillfood. Yeah, he had a name.
Gryffindor.
I think our best chance for the best Fantastic Four movie we ever would have gotten would have been in the early 2000s. You cast George Clooney and you get Steven Soderbergh to do it.
Yep. I actually agree with that. Yep.
I keep
I
seeing
want,
the
I
meme.
want a science.
It'd be
fiction
muted,
stuff.
but it'd be adventure. It'd be adventure laden. It'd have a good story. And I know Soderbergh can cast his ass off. So it'd be a perfectly cast film. And it would work perfectly. You're
My
right.
dream director
They
nowadays
just
is
skip the
Frank-
original FF and do the new FF with Wolverine, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and the Hulk.
Yeah.
They should. They should. My dream director now would be Christopher Nolan, but that would never happen.
Oh,
He ain't doing no
dude.
superhero movie. He said he wasn't doing a superhero movie anymore
He's
after
never doing
Dark
another
Knight.
Now, I do think everybody's talking about John Krasinski.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I'm 100%
He'd be all
fine
right.
with that. And if
He'd
he's
be
there,
okay.
then sure, bring in Emily Blunt. That'd be
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zach Efron is my pick for Johnny Storm right now.
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
I
And
can see that.
my pick for The Thing for Ben Grimm, Channing Tatum. Think
The
about
way
it.
he acts. What do you mean?
As Ben. It would mostly be motion capture. Just think about it. It would work. And you know
He'd
he
have
wants
to be
do it.
heavy set. He'd have to be like not handsome.
It
He'd have to
literally
be
doesn't
Michael
even matter who
Chiklis.
you
He'd have
cast.
to look like Michael Chiklis.
No, The Thing doesn't look like that. If you ask Brooks, back in the old school days, The Thing was a handsome guy, wasn't
He
he?
was handsome-ish. He was kind of biggish in the face.
He didn't get fat until he became The
Well, he
Thing.
did kind of that kind of Jack Kirby, like broad face with the big,
Yeah.
kind
See?
of flat nose.
He wasn't
Yeah.
Orion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
Orion's beat. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I still want my Fantastic Four movie. I still want my X-Men back. I need all my X-Men back. I'm sorry. I don't care who you cast at this point. As long as you get the MCU involved and they know how to cast people, hey, shut up and take my money.
Everybody, let's
Yeah.
answer Mikey's question. He wants to know
Oh my
what's worse, Mr. Fantastic dancing and Rise of Silver Surfer, or the best stretchy effect in Fantastic 495? I say the
Corman one?
dancing. What?
The Corman
Yeah, the
Fantastic Four?
Corman one, yeah.
Yeah, the one that never was released.
Well,
right?
at least in the Corman one, it was there.
Yeah,
It was a real thing.
he was trying. He tried.
The movie is wild.
Yeah.
It's actually not
Yeah.
that bad. I remember,
It's not bad.
I know it wasn't good.
No,
No.
yeah.
Nobody
But-
stretching the imagination.
I just
Well, it
wish
wasn't
I
bad.
wouldn't even call it the worst comic book movie ever made.
I
I just
watched
wish-
it over Red Sun.
I just wish they would have thought to put a microphone in Doom's mask.
Yeah,
Because the whole movie,
he's just talking like he's
Yeah.
like he's there.
Sorry
They
about
did
that.
Doom right in that movie. I
added
think
in
that's
that
probably the best
jeweler
Doom
character.
they've ever done.
Do you remember they added in that jeweler character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he was the mole man.
Yeah.
Why not just make him the fucking mole man?
Yeah.
They made that movie for $1 million, worth every penny, I bet.
Yep.
I think the Thing costume looks fine though. Like Brooks was saying, that Thing costume looks good.
Yeah, it's fine. The eyes are a little off.
They have young Jay Underwood as Johnny. And they didn't do the flame on full effect until the end, and it was just like hand-drawn animation over it. It looks so throughout the entire movie, they don't have the Human Torch be the Human Torch. So like when he first finds out his powers, if you remember, he sneezes and catches the bush on fire.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's Corman's money, man. That's all. And it was just supposed to be a placeholder so they could keep the rights.
Yes,
that's all that movie was. That's all that movie ever should have been. But I mean, hey, you do what you got to do. Make paycheck. So Roger Kroger.
They should have polished that movie up and released it. I think
they did.
It probably would have been.
They did sort of. I mean, it's out there. We've all seen it.
You can find it on YouTube nowadays easy. I mean, back in the day, you just had to buy those like bootleg.
You had to buy VHS.
Like the Star Wars holiday special.
Yes.
Oh, man.
All that trash.
Oh. Chris says, I can't wait to see what the MCU does with the Fantastic Four. I'm sure they'll do a unique take on them. I have full faith in the MCU, reintroducing them in a new and interesting way.
Yep, I agree. I agree, Chris.
Unless we hear something like Vin Diesel as Reed Richards.
I know. I don't trust them with Fantastic Four. I just don't trust them. Finally, I get to play a superhero.
I definitely would trust Marvel Studios.
So stop bothering me. Can't you see I'm trying to do science here?
This idea, like they were like,
we're family.
Your biggest movie next year. So who should do it? And they were like, what was our biggest movie last year? Barbershop. Let's get that guy. It makes no sense.
Let's not say we did.
No sense.
Well, as long, the MCU will kill it though. I mean, there are phases. Kevin Feige knows what he's doing, and I know he puts competent people in charge, and he'll have a plan, hopefully, for this new phase. Because I'm still kind of worried about this new phase because Black Widow's dead. Spoiler alert! But she came out with a movie. Hopefully, it will connect to other things, and then all the other kind of shows that are here with the other stars, Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. I hope that will turn out to be fruitful as we go forward. But I really want to see a strong film, and I don't see that strong film yet. I know Doctor Strange is coming out soon, or will be coming out, and that might be the strongest thing we have going forward to find out who the new big bad is.
Yeah, I was going to say, Thor's about to be
bad. Thor Love and Thunder is going to be probably good. I'm just worried.
I'm biased, though, because, I'm a Thor guy.
Yeah, I know.
The Eternals.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that, but that's an interesting.
That's Angelina Jolie and Kit Harington, the guy that was in he was Jon Snow in Game of Thrones.
Playing Black Knight.
Yeah, he's playing Black Knight. You got a whole bunch of people. There are a whole bunch of people in that film.
I'm cool with that.
I'm okay with it. I want to see this stuff, and I want to be
very good too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot all about Shang-Chi. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
So Shang-Chi will be clean.
So
and they introduced the Mandarin. So
I've got one last bit of show and tell. So Mike said, I don't know how crazy this world's crazy, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm giving your birthday present early. It's a month before my birthday right now. We're like a month away from Robbie Week, right? So everybody's ready to celebrate. So Mike was like, I'm going to go ahead and give you. The thing is totally going to be CG when they do it now.
No.
Absolutely. He's going to be CG. Close. They're not going to put a guy in a suit for the thing.
Yeah.
So Mike got me these Mondo pens that are absolutely fire. And Mike is so...
He's Mike.
He's so Mike.
He's Mike.
As aggravating as he can be at times, he is just the best. He got me my 3 favorite Marvel villains. He just knew them. I want to know, what do you think my 3 favorite Marvel villains are, Jelani?
Doom.
That's an obvious one.
Magneto. I don't know. Wait. Hold on. I don't know your other two. I just know it's Doom.
You're wrong. Jay Strick, what about you?
Doom. We'll go Doom. Marvel villains.
I'm trying to remember them because I don't even know. All I know is your
I have faith in Brooks. Brooks, who are my 3 favorite Marvel villains?
Let's see. Definitely Doom. Apocalypse and Green Goblin, maybe?
All right, so Mike got me these. He got me Doom.
Okay.
Of course, Doom. Yes.
Look
That's
how nice
awesome.
How nice
That's
that is.
pretty clean. I like that.
He got me Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
That might
that's
be the best
nice.
one.
Yeah.
And he got me Green
Oh,
Goblin.
Green Goblin.
got it.
Oh, where did he find those?
They're on Mondo's website. They're Mondo.
That's awesome. They are so clean.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Yeah, you did say 2 weeks ago that Apocalypse was your favorite. You're right. I didn't know about Green
released
Goblin.
my top 5 X-Men villains video today too.
Okay.
Spoilers. Number 5 was Cassandra Nova.
Okay.
Number 4 were the Sentinels, just because
Yeah.
they're the whole
Because
evolution.
they're-
Of the Sentinels.
Yeah.
3 was Phoenix, Dark Phoenix. 2 was Magneto, and 1 is Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Apocalypse.
Way to go, Brooks. So proud of you. Brooks, let me guess. Your favorites are Magneto, Apocalypse, and Loki?
I wouldn't say Loki was
I forgot Doom. Doom's one of them. Though.
Yeah, Doom would,
Of course,
Doom would be in
Doom.
there.
Doom and Apocalypse probably on there.
Yeah, Doom and Apocalypse. My third would probably be. It might be Malekith, actually. Now I think about it.
Oh, okay.
The Dark Elf.
What about you, Jelani? Your top 3 Marvel villains.
Gosh. Magneto. It would be. Oh, that's a good one. Red Skull. And I'm trying to remember that other dude. Oh man. I know his name. It's on the top of my lips. Oh man. Oh yeah. Venom.
Don't count.
Venom.
Venom's not a villain, dude.
Venom don't count.
Yes, he is.
No, Venom doesn't count.
He
Carnage
scared
Been
Mary
100
Jane.
years.
He scared Mary Jane. And ever
Venom
since
hasn't
then, I
been a
never
villain.
liked him. Since he scared Mary Jane. Yes, I
That was
know.
like 30-something years ago, man.
Yeah, that was Venom.
Get over it, man. You and your Todd McFarlane Spider-Man bullshit.
Venom.
Spawn's his best work, buddy.
Venom.
I'm 30 issues of Spawn. And I'm 30 issues into Spawn, by the way. Still loving it. I got to the issue that takes place in Alabama. Every comic book I've ever read that takes place in Alabama involves the Ku
racist.
Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan. Mm-hmm.
Every
Right.
single freaking one of them.
We're Bama. We're Teddy.
Your top 3 Marvel villains. Strick.
Kingpin, Doc Ock, Magneto.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kingpin is sweet.
Mikey says, I agree with Jelani. I mean, I feel really happy that comics themselves are my bread and butter, because I'm not sure where these movies are going next. Endgame was amazing, but a good end for most.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty decent. And like Endgame is the icing on the cake.
That movie was garbage, and you know it.
It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. I watched that movie like 4 times.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, you were,
DC villain is Dan DiDio for making the New 52.
he got fired. So yeah, you are correct.
Oh, he got fired after like 15 years there, man.
I know. But still, it had to happen.
He got fired, then all this shit happens with Diamond shutting down. I bet he's like, you suckers can have that.
Yep. He made no response either. No one made a DC response other than we're making digital comics. I know. They were like, we're making DC comics. No, I mean DC comics. We're making digital comics. No, we're not.
No, they're not.
No, we're not.
You got too much flack from retailers, man.
Yep. Oh, the Dio. Good riddance.
I love DiDio.
Oh,
Hey,
because
you
he
like
made New 52.
Rebirth, right? You like DC Rebirth? That's Dan DiDio. Come on, man.
I don't think he did all
Good
that.
stuff and bad stuff. Easy
You
reader.
did do all that.
I don't believe him.
And Jackal and the Beetle.
Okay.
I don't know if he's trolling or not. I can't tell.
Still,
honestly.
man, come on.
I feel like you might be trolling a little bit there.
I'll tell you what, dude. The new issue of Daredevil, they made Stiltman the most badass he's ever been.
Dude, yes.
So you
Really?
caught up on that now, Strick?
Yes, it's so good, man.
Marvel's best right now, man.
I agree.
Nice.
Like having
Freaking
Kite Man on your
Stiltman.
top villains
Yeah.
list.
What's that, bro?
Like having Kite Man on your top villains list.
Hell yeah.
He's in that. He's in the Harley Quinn TV show. He's pretty good in that.
Oh, that's funny.
He's actually very good at that. I was shocked that I liked that show. I really was.
Like Kite Man and Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
We're trolling.
Yeah.
We had a buddy, George. George loved the Jackal back in the day. I remember that.
Yeah.
George was so hyped when that first started, man. And the Beetle was really good in Thunderbolts when he became Mach 5.
Yeah.
Okay. They're making that Mach. Oh yeah, that Mach 5 figure came out.
Nice.
At Walmart. The Apocalypse Wave. It's like it's Mach 5. Miss Marvel. The video game version of Captain America and Iron Man. Which I'm not really a fan of, but they also have the leader. I should have said the leader because the leader's pretty awesome. And I forgot the other figures in that wave, but it makes that Abomination figure, and that Abomination figure is the best thing going. That's the best one they've ever made. So I'm really about it because it has all the spikes and he looks amphibian. They finally got it right.
It would be an abomination.
Abomination. Yeah, but that whole set looks clean. But yeah, it's got Mach 5 in it. Mach 5 is pretty clean.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to complete my my Thunderbolts.
Final question. We'll wrap this up. Let's see. Final question. What is the worst comic book movie ever made? I saw this in Jim's Facebook group. It was a question that somebody asked, and I had to think about it. What's the worst comic book movie ever made?
Ever made?
It seemed like
we haven't seen every.
I haven't read every comic book ever made. Oh wait, comic book movie or
movie?
The worst comic book movie ever made.
Hellboy.
The new one?
The new Hellboy?
No.
Yeah, no, the old one was good. I like the old one.
No, not Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy. I'm talking about Hellboy that just came out.
You're talking about the new one.
I never even saw it.
That one I couldn't wait to get the hell out of here.
You think that's better than Catwoman?
I never saw Catwoman, so I can't say anything.
Catwoman's bad, man. Did you see Elektra?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, Elektra.
We can say Daredevil. Daredevil's pretty trash, and Ben Affleck's in it, so definitely trash.
Yeah.
Definitely
Batman and Robin probably would be mine.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, Batman and Robin's pretty bad. I didn't think it was bad at the time. It took me like
I liked it when I was a kid, but then I watched it again like when I was a teenager. I'm like, man, this movie's really dumb.
Was that the MasterCard one?
Yeah, the back credit card.
Yeah.
I never really came without
Yeah, that was Clooney. And Clooney is the best Bruce Wayne of that era.
Just canceled out your Lost Boys cred, Schumacher.
Yeah, no, right?
Word.
Try to get it back with this Phantom of the Opera, which is dope, but it doesn't quite make up.
Poor Schumacher.
He dug himself too deep with that Batman and Robin.
He killed that career.
X3, The Last Stand's pretty bad.
Yeah, Last Stand's pretty bad.
Steel.
Well, one
Steel. Shaq. Steel.
Origins is pretty bad.
Does that even count?
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Origin?
That was a good date movie. Steel was a good date movie. We didn't watch it.
Blade Trinity's pretty bad, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
It's not the worst though.
Catwoman is pretty bad.
Superman 4.
They just keep digging through the shit, sifting through, finding what's the worst.
What about the Phantom?
I like the Phantom.
I never saw the Phantom.
That was the first movie. That's the first movie I ever. When I worked at the movie theater, that's the first.
I used to love the comic strip though.
They gave us rings, and I lost my ring, and I lost
that ring that he used to like punch.
Yeah, he punched
the on their face on his butt.
Phantom was my favorite comic strip in newspapers. I actually cut them out and like kept them. for a long time. I love Venom, but the movie was all right. I didn't hate it.
Jonathan,
It had Christy Swanson in it.
What's up?
You say Green Hornet? What'd you say?
Yeah, Green
Green
Hornet.
Hornet's pretty bad. Green Hornet sucks.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. I was like all
Anyone
aboard.
see The Spirit?
I did not see The Spirit. Never saw it.
The Spirit's terrible.
It's bad.
Spirit's bad. I hate The Spirit. I
Yeah.
forgot about that one. There's
There's
some bad
a
ones.
lot. There's some really bad ones. There's a long list of them. It's just hard to find. Like
there was an era like where bad comic book movies kind of made a comeback, and they were like very common, kind of like after Spider-Man and X3 and all that.
Yeah.
Before Iron Man came out, like they were just like
weak.
there's like a whole avalanche of shitty comic book movies.
Yeah, you had Elektra, you had Hulk, you had, and I
There's
think Hulk is better than
Catwoman, Lone
Hulk
Ranger.
was trash.
Hulk was trash. I hate Hulk. Ang Lee's Hulk, whatever. Ang Lee's a hack.
Hermione. I'm going to disagree with you, man. Superman Returns is badass. I love that.
Hack. Oh, Superman Returns is Super Stalker. Super Stalker.
Is
The best part of the movie, they lost it. They lost it after the plane scene. After you did the plane thing, and that was early. He turned into creepy Super Stalker, and I was just like,
Yeah, now he's running for president. What? Anyway. This is a fun conversation. We're going to end it there.
All right, fine.
So thank you guys for being here and joining us in the conversation. I like Wanted.
I like Wanted too.
I like Wanted.
I really like Wanted.
I like Wanted.
I like the comic book Wanted, and it should have been
That
Eminem.
movie. I like that movie though.
Chris Pratt's first movie.
I like Superman Returns.
Yeah, that's all right. It's got Kevin Spacey in it.
It's the reason why
Kevin Spacey
sucks so bad. It's because Singer went over to do Superman Returns instead.
Yep, and he took what's his name with him? What's his name? Cyclops, James Marsden. Yeah, he took it with him. That's why they both. Yeah, womp womp.
He did.
That Sonic the Hedgehog movie I still haven't seen.
I hear
Sonic was good.
Oh yeah, I heard Sonic was really good.
Like surprisingly good reviews.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I can't wait to see
Parks and Rec. John Ralphio is
Oh really?
Sonic. Yeah, literally.
The worst. We're dipping out. We'll be doing another movie review probably next week. The PCP Army on Facebook is the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. We got a new movie poll, and right now, Critters is winning in a landslide. You have till Sunday morning to vote. But right now, Critters is dominating.
What are the options?
Totally watch that.
It's Leprechaun,
Pumpkinhead,
Leprechaun, Pumpkinhead, Critters, Van Helsing, Slither, and Scanners.
I'm surprised Leprechaun's not winning.
Leprechaun's in third.
First movie.
Leprechaun's in third place. Van Helsing is in second. But they're all behind Critters.
Yeah. Thank goodness we're not watching Van Helsing. So I'm so happy.
So I might have to get that $50 Blu-ray set that just came out that has all of them.
It's got that killer. It's got the movie killer in it. Kate Beckinsale.
I thought Claire Filani was the movie killer.
Oh yeah, she is also the movie killer. Yep. Yes, Claire Filani is accidentally a movie killer.
She killed good movies.
Yeah, she does. Mallrats, Meet Joe Black,
Mini Trust.
All start with M's. Yeah, yeah, she does that. It's not her fault though. She just in them.
Boys and Girls.
Boys and Girls. Ooh, Boys and Girls was terrible. I only saw that once.
That was when they kept trying to make Jason Biggs a movie star.
A movie star, and he's not a movie star.
Do you realize that he's not the reason people liked American Pie?
Yeah.
I'll always be known as the pie fucker.
Yep. Congratulations.
And now he's running for president. Anyway, we're out. Yes. Jelani, Strickland, Brooks, thank you for being here. And Strickland, we loved having you on. It was super fun. We'd love to see you do some, man. So if y'all like Strickland, give us a thumbs up and be sure to let us know. And he also has written some stuff on the website, and he's on some of the old school videos, and he's old school excitable crew. So y'all, we thank you so much. We appreciate it. Y'all keep digging, keep reading, keep living. Stay safe out there, y'all. It's crazy. Oh, and Brooks, thanks for being here too.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't thank me.
Kind of an afterthought there, eh?